Welcome to Worship Tutorials.
We should just call this Tone Town from here on out.
Helix, HX Stomp.
Welcome.
PodGo users. We feel like we have entered into a new world of amp tone. Click below, you can download our new tone match patch for the Vox AC30/6 Top Boost, which is the model of our personal Vox AC30. You're going to see photos and video of it on the screen now.
Look at that beautiful grill.
The question is, what is different about these tone match patches, the TM patches? How are they different than the other patches that we have, the patches that other patch makers make for Helix, for Stomp, for PodGo? They sound more like, actually just like our amps in these new tone match patches.
It's pretty crazy.
So what we've done is
we've matched the tone. That's all you need to know. Thank you. See you next time.
We figured out how to create a more complex impulse response is the easiest way to think about it. So there's an impulse response.
And about the only thing we're going to share anyways.
There's an impulse response that you get with this preset and with the other patches in the TM series that match the HX amp models. So the amp models in the Helix, in the Stomp, in the PodGo, match that to our actual amplifiers and the microphone, preamp, and EQ chains that we use to record and capture them. Mm-hmm. So we've taken the HX model, we've taken our amp model, we've created an impulse response that matches them together. So the end result is the Helix amp model with the impulse response that is included sounds pretty much exactly like our amp, our AC30.
The IR is basically the gap that is between the two. The target and then what we're starting at. The Helix stuff sounds great. Our original patches, they're not going anywhere.
No.
We're not going to make loads of the same kind of idea. We're going to make as many as we can, but there's not it's not like we're only going to do this from here on out. But we just take the amp and the Helix and we take the one we want to sound like,
real amp,
and what you get is what that difference is, and that makes up the speaker, the mics, and everything.
Yeah. The other question you might ask is, how is this different than just an impulse response of the cabinet? Well, that impulse response, which you can get our IR packs and our IRs are included with our other patches, those cab and speaker impulse responses are the information of just the speaker and the cabinet. This is the whole amplifier is included
enchilada
in the equation. Yes. We're going to make another video where we're going to really talk more about these tone match patches and sort of feature a bunch of them because we have a bunch that are pretty much done or in the process of being done. And kind of like what you can expect. We'll A/B it with the actual amps in this other video.
That is a comparison video I won't mind making.
That's right.
Because you're not going to be able to know.
But the short version is we've never heard the Helix sound better than this ever. We impressed even ourselves, which is that's high praise. So there are links below. You can download this patch for Helix, for HX Stomp, and for Helix, of course, it works with Helix, Floor, LT, and Native. Mm-hmm. You can get it for HX Stomp, and you can get this one for PodGo. So all of those platforms are available. We will have this, if you're a Fractal user, we'll have this available for Fractal as well. You can download FX3, FM3, FM9. If you're a Kemper user, this profile pack is available below. We tone match the Brilliant channel of the amp, which we feel is the best sound.
And it was more of that sound, we thought.
Yeah. And as with all of our Helix, Stomp, PodGo patches, we've set them up so they're super flexible. You can run them in Stomp Box mode. You can run them in Snapshot mode. We've included all kinds of effects, drives, delays, reverbs, modulation. Snapshots are available for instant access to different sounds.
If you're a little lost and you're like, wait, well, what's different on my end? Nothing. The tone.
Sounds better.
Sounds better. But you're going to treat this patch just like any other patch. You don't have to worry about doing anything extra. Yeah. Anything else you would do from us, the README's there to show you as well. The IR process, importing the IR, same exact thing. The preset, same exact thing.
People have asked, will it work with other amp models or will it work in other platforms? You can try that.
Hypothetically.
Really, though, the amp block and the IR block are really tied together because those are the two things that work together to match to the actual amp. Mm-hmm. So you could try this impulse response with a different amp. If you're doing Vox AC style amps, it probably will work better than if you throw it on like a Fender style amp. Yeah. I've tried it with mixed results. It's very much bespoke to the amp model that's included in this patch at the settings in this patch. Now, because it's using an HX amp model, you can change things like gain and EQ on the amp, and it'll react like an AC30. So it's not like a Kemper Profile in the fact that it's just really the amp at that tweaks. One setting. Yeah. Right, you can tweak the amp and it will respond like the AC30. Yeah. It just sounds like our Korg era AC30/6 top boost.
With the Alnico Blues.
With the Celestion Alnico Blues that are like 20-some, 30 years old now.
This is like a sought-after version of the AC30. Once you start getting a good bit later than this, people start not favoring them as much. Yeah. I mean, people still like them. Yeah. But this era and anything before really is when people are trying to... Because they're made in the UK, that's helpful. So that's why this amp is special. It's not just like, you could order AC30 off Sweetwater right now, and it would sound good.
But it won't sound like this one.
It won't sound like this one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Again, links below. If you like this, tell your friends. Almost every amp you've ever seen in any of the Worship Tutorials videos.
Within the last few years.
If we still have it, which I haven't sold any of them, and this is why, because I've thought to myself, one day we're going to be able to put these amps into different things. Which one?
The Imperial. It is now on.
Oh, it's Bradford's. Okay, but we still have access to it. Bradford bought the Imperial from me. It's good. All right, and it's coming.
It's
in
coming.
The Helix.
As of this taping.
Yeah, we actually made it already. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that stuff. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.